State Capitol Newsroom, 3 of the 4 amendments on our ballot this November have broad bipartisan support and are largely symbolic. But that doesn't mean they are not important. In fact, today, State Capitol reporter Chris O'Brien explores Amendment 2 and its potential impact on the state of Tennessee.
It certainly didn't happen overnight.
We started working on this back in 2014.
8 years later, and voters are set to vote on Amendment 2 in a few weeks.
The state of Tennessee is the only state that does not have a way for the government, the job of the governor to continue if the governor is disabled or unable to perform his duties.
Amendment 2 would change that, making it so that if our governor were out for a period of time, the powers and duties of governor shall temporarily be discharged by the Speaker of the Senate as acting governor. The Speaker of the Senate is our Lieutenant Governor, Randy McNally, an Oak Ridge Republican. Senator Becky Duncan Massey, a Knoxville Republican, was one of the prime sponsors of the bill. It was an idea that came from an unlikely source.
A number of years ago, I had a young college student that brought the idea to us, and he had participated in that Tennessee Intercollegiate State Legislature, TISL.
Massey says legally, if an emergency did happen, the legislature would have its hands tied, something Dr. Lyons agreed with.
The legislative process would be severely endangered by the governor's ability to sign what needs to be signed and issue orders that need to be issued and a variety of other things. And it's sort of interesting that we've gotten this far without it's being addressed. But
in fact, there really isn't a plan in place in Tennessee.
There would not be a governor.
The amendment has broad bipartisan support as it passed unanimously in our legislature. In Nashville, Chris O'Brien.
Well, Senator Massey also wanted to note the actual language of the amendment has a lot of words in it, she says, but it's not meant to confuse or trick anybody. It really is just about the transfer of power in case there's an emergency.